I'm Mirren, a DevOps solution consultant, and in this video, we'll see how to generate documents in Power BI with the information available in Core Software Delivery Platform. To do this, we need to follow these steps. First, we need to establish a connection in both tools to obtain information to be shown in the report. First, in Core SDP, we need to create the necessary parameters to allow the connection. To do this, we access the Core SDP administration and, in the Parameters tab, define the parameter supports basic authentication OData and set its value to true. This way, using the username and password, we can access the information located in Core SDP using OData. If we have SSO authentication configured, we will use API key access. To do this, from the API Keys tab in the administration, we will create a new API key to access the information of the workspaces we want to display in the document. We will add as many workspaces as needed. Once we have configured the access parameters, we need to create the URL. To construct the URL, we need to consider the ID of the shared space and the workspaces we will use for the report. In the first example, we will use the information from a single workspace. Therefore, we will construct the URL as shown. If we want to display information from multiple workspaces, we will add the suffix cross workspaces and the IDs. However, if we want to display information from all workspaces within the shared space, we will use the suffix cross workspaces followed by a /**. We already have the URL we're going to use, so let's go into Power BI to configure data access. To do this, we create an empty report and select the OData feed data source. In the pop-up window that appears, we'll enter the URL we created in the previous step. Let's move on to the tools to see how to follow the steps we have indicated. We authenticate to Core SDP and go to the Administration panel. This requires the Shared Space admin role. Within the Administration panel, we need to select the shared space, which is the root of the tree on the left. Once we have selected the shared space, we select the Parameters tab and Filter by OData. This will display the parameters containing the string OData. We see that the parameter supports basic authentication OData is defined and enabled. As mentioned in the slides, an API access can also be created to allow access if SSO authentication is enabled. We will create a new API access and specify the workspaces to be accessed. As many workspaces as needed can be added. We will now establish the connection from Power BI to Core SDP. To do this, we open Power BI. In this case, we are working with Desktop Power BI. We create an empty report and select the OData feed option as the data source. In the pop-up window that appears, we will fill in the URL with the workspaces we will use. In our example, we will only access one workspace. We've already configured access. Let's recap. We've created or updated the parameters in Core SDP, created the URL specifying the workspaces we'll use to create the report, And in Power BI, we've selected the method we'll use to access the data. Data access is now ready. We need to decide what information to display in the report. Let's retrieve the information. Once we have access to the workspace data, we'll select the entity or entities we'll display in the report. In this case, we'll work with defects. When we select the defects entity, an example of all the columns in the table is displayed. Obviously, we won't use all the columns, so we'll select only the ones we need. In our example, we'll select the columns author, description, ID, phase, severity, and owner. To select only the columns we are interested in, we will press the Transform button. Let's move on to Power BI to see how we can follow the steps we just outlined. Let's move on to Power BI to see how we can follow the steps we just outlined. With Access configured, we now have access to the database and its contents. As mentioned before, we'll select the defects entity. Selecting it displays the columns of the defects table in the database. Let's filter for only the columns we want by clicking the Transform Data button. In the pop-up window that appears, all the columns of the defects table in the database are listed. In our example, we'll select only the columns we mentioned earlier: author, description, ID, phase, severity, and owner. As we can see, some of the columns are not text columns, but rather record or table columns. By selecting a field, we can see the record fields to determine which information we want to display. In our case, as we can see, the information we're interested in is name. Once we have filtered and transformed the information we want to display, when we close the column selection, we will apply the changes and retrieve the information from the database. Let's recap what we've done in Power BI. We've selected the entity or entities. Let's recap what we've done in Power BI. We've selected the entity or entities we're going to use in the report. From those entities, we've selected only the data we're interested in, the database columns, and transformed the data where necessary. For example, in the severity or author fields. We now have the information we want to display ready. Now we need to decide how we're going to display it. The first thing is to select the type of chart we're going to use. In this case, we'll select a pie chart. Once we've selected the chart type, we'll specify the data to display in the legend and the values to show. In our example, we'll select severity in the legend and count ID in the values. The chart will show us all the defects, grouped by severity. Let's add a filter to be able to filter the data we're going to display by each of the states. In the field, we'll indicate that we want to filter by the phase field. Let's move on to Power BI to see how we can create the report. Let's move on to Power BI to see how we can create the report. The first step is to select the chart type. In our case, we'll use a pie chart. To specify the fields we'll use in the legend and values fields, you can either hover over the field and select the column, or drag the column to the indicated field. This way, we'll display the errors in the tool grouped by severity in the pie chart. If we select a slice of the pie and right-click, we can view the defects in table format. Let's return to the chart and add a filter to filter the defects by status. In the filter, we'll specify that we'll use the status field. This way, we'll have the information grouped by severity and filtered by status. Let's recap and summarize what we've covered in this video. The first thing we did was configure access to the core SDP data using OData. Once we had access to the data, we selected the entities we were interested in for creating the report and selected and/or transformed the columns we would use. After filtering the data, we decided how we wanted to display it in the report. I hope this video has been helpful for creating your reports with Power BI. Thank you very much for your time.